So, it's about time I introduce myself to the channel. My name's Oliver, and I'm on a mission to prove to you that you can do motorsport on a budget. This is my daily, and I'm about to show you what our plan is. So, as you saw from our little preview video, I do a lot of things. Car trading, well, racing, and I also do uni as well. So where does my motorsport journey begin? My motorsport journey begins probably around the age of 5 with F1, watching Sebastian Vettel dominate in the Red Bull car. And after that, I fell in love with racing. This is when my motorsport journey begins. However, my love of cars, that's another story. I have loved my cars ever since I was a young lad. I'm talking from 1, 2 years old. I mean, at the age of 2 years old, I was playing around with my dad's car keys, pretending to drive around whatever car he had, like his M3, it was RS4. So, it's fair to say I'm really into my cars. Anyway, so we fast forward to the age of 14. I started to become more interested in mechanical parts of a car, becoming a bit of a mechanic, fixing cars up. And that's where my car trading business began. At the age of 14, I live on an old farm. It's an old cow's milking parlour. And from there, my journey started buying and selling cars with my dad. And it's the best thing I've ever done. I've been doing it since the age I was 14. So I think I started January 2020, just before COVID, surprisingly. So it started just before COVID, and then obviously COVID hit and sales slowed down. However, hitting the sub 1500k market. Now here, unfortunately, my mic went a bit off due to where it's positioned on the seatbelt. But here I was basically talking about how the motor trade business took off, how I still complete my A-levels, and how I had A-level in maths where I got an E, and I did another project in a motorsports research project where I got an A, and that was the only 2 A-levels I had. During my motorsports research project, I got to go into a lot of things, with different F1 teams, Extreme E, Formula E, and a load of other different championships, whether or not there was a future in it, whether the sport was sustainable. And it was a really interesting project, and overall it was a project that I really, really enjoyed, and it made me wonder, is there a future in the motorsport, and can it be done on a budget? So that happened, and it was my dream since like the age of 14 to go to uni. Obviously A-levels, I messed them up, so I was like, what am I going to do? I was working part-time in a garage, starting to learn the mechanics trade, moving on to actually working on cars a bit more to expand my knowledge while I was waiting to go to uni. I got offered an apprenticeship there, and I'm forever grateful for that. They gave me the opportunity to learn, and I've been going back there regular ever since, and I've got a very good relationship with them. So that's all well and good, but it comes to results day, and obviously you've had that mess up my A-levels. My only 2 options was foundation year, and it was either go to Luton or go to Wales. As you can imagine, I chose Wales. Now the reason I chose Wales was nothing. It was in the valley. It's in the valleys of Wales, so it reminded me of home back in Cornwall. So it's closer to home as well, which I needed at the time. I had a lot of personal stuff going on, so it worked out quite nicely being 2.5, 3 hours away from home. And the course was very me. It's 50% coursework, 50% exam work. And after the bad experience with my exams, this was exactly what I needed to rebuild my confidence. From there, I rebuilt my confidence. I met some amazing people, whom, again, forever thankful for. And I joined the Formula Student team, and that's when everything changed, I'd say. Because I was in the workshop doing chores, and the team weren't really going anywhere. And then my friend joined, and we pushed it. We ended up at Silverstone in the Formula Student competition that year in concept class. So you done all the static events, which was like business presentations, design presentations. And it was at that Silverstone event, I was there for 6 days, going into other university garages and watching them build this car. And I was like, yeah, this is a bit of me. Now, it was from there I met 2 people. I met 2 lovely women there who were part of the motorsports association industry, and they showed me, like, if you want to do motorsports, if you want an engineering course, then this course is for you. and it was a 4-day intensive course to really get to grips with the F1 and motorsport industry, and that took place in November. I will get some. That's the certificates I've done and what was included in that course, and I later on in February completed the communications one of being a race engineer. And that, game changer, best thing I ever done to push into the motorsport industry. Following that course, I've been invited up to exclusive events at Silverstone with industry specialists, looked off exclusively to trade, and that's had automotive companies and what's the other one? Motorsporting companies, use of upcoming technology such as AI, and it was really good insight. While all of this was going on, the Formula Student Team, 2024, a new team principal come in. I'd been back to the garage for another year when I'm on my off season of uni after my foundation year. My confidence was up here, mechanical wise. Very quickly, within the first 3 weeks, I got in charge of the mechanical. He's like, I want you in charge of the workshop, powertrain, engine related. We had a hell of a journey, a lot of problems with engine, design work. It's a very small team. We went from like 5 people from the September till Christmas. We had like 30. So we done a restructure program, and it worked. By February, I become vice team principal, which I still currently am at uni. So got the Formula Student Team, run the principal alongside my head of powertrain. It's now called powertrain. We've gone technical. Anyway. And yeah. And then in the meantime, all this went on as well. Like I said, I've been doing car trading for 5 years as my income with my dad. Very lucky. It started off at COVID with like 3 cars. I now have 30 roughly in stock. I've got the last 3. Again, I could speak about that. That was a game changer. So yeah. So that's a bit about me, and this is what I want to do. Motorsports, really hard industry to get into. Very small community. If you know someone in it, you will see them time and time again. And I've already proved that at my Silverstone networking event. My question is, what my question is, can you do it on a budget? And my answer is going to be, yes, you can. And I'm going to prove it to you guys. And I'm going to bring you along for the journey, starting off with the Citroen C1. I've got plans for this Citroen C1, and you're about to see that. However, don't want to make this long-winded. That's a bit about me. Join in more. You know what? Let's keep it in. Join me for more, and you're going to come join me for this journey to watch me from a Citroen C1 with no clutch in it, battered, to watch me take it to a racetrack and take it racing. Got big plans for it, and it's all to come. Hope you enjoy. Stay tuned.